Sokoto police confirm 6 dead in suspected IED explosion. Wike hails G5 governors as architects of national stability. Low turnout at FCT offices as workers delay post-Eid resumption. On the foreign scene, 17 Palestinians killed in Israeli strikes near Gaza aid site. Hello and welcome to News Update on Trust TV. I am Neman Abagudu. The Sokoto State Police Command has confirmed that 6 people died after an improvised explosion device exploded in Gwabro village in Tangaza local government area on Sunday. Police spokesperson Ahmed Rufai confirmed the number of police who died but did not give any more details about the explosion, which happened during the Eid al-Kabir celebrations. An eyewitness named Hashimu said the blast happened in the afternoon. According to Hashimu, many young people were traveling from one village to another to visit family and friends, as is the tradition during Eid. He said the explosion happened during one of these visits. An aide to the Tangaza local government chairman, Garzali Raka, said the people who died have been buried according to Islamic customs. The Lakurawa terrorists who have been torturing the people of the Tangaza and Gudu local councils may have planted the explosive, according to other village sources. Now, gunmen have killed 2 truck drivers and burned their truck at Ogi Junction in Okigwe local government area of Imo State. Officials of the National Union of Road Transport Workers NURTW Imo State chapter told Trust TV that the incident occurred around 10:30 a.m. on Saturday. Dahiru Musa, NURTW's chairman in Okigwe, who confirmed the incident, disclosed that they have informed security officials, including the DPO of Okigwe local government area, about the incident. Narrating the incident, the chairman said suspected indigenous people of Biafra blocked the road and opened fire on them on Saturday. They burned the truck, which has fully loaded with gari and the corpses. Jafaru gave the names of the drivers as Haruna Mohammed and Adamu Ibrahim. The Imo State Police Command is yet to issue a statement on the incident. And now to Plateau State, where the state governor Caleb Mufwang has cracked down on commercial motorcyclists, popularly known as Okada riders, who mask their faces while operating within Jos and Bukuru Metro Police. The decision followed reports of Okada riders flooding Jos and Bukuru, masking their faces while operating in the areas, describing them as dangerous. Governor Mufwang disclosed these on Monday when he received the Plateau State Muslim Ummah during Salah homage at the government house in Rayfield, Jos. According to the governor, the presence of these Okada riders masking their faces constitutes a threat to the security of lives and property in the state and must be addressed before it gets out of hand. Speaking further during the homage, the governor appreciated the support given to him by the Muslim community, promising to ensure inclusivity in his administration. Now, the chairman of the FCT wing of the Nigerian Union of Teachers, NUT, Abdullahi Mohammed Shafas, has said that junior secondary schools, JSS, in the FCT may likely not have new intakes if the ongoing primary school teachers' strike lingers. Shafas, who disclosed these in Abuja, said it was unfortunate that primary 6 pupils were likely not to be admitted into JSS 1 next year due to what he called refusal by the 6 area council chairmen to pay primary school teachers their demands. He said the council chairmen have continued to pay deaf ears to the demands of the teachers, saying 3 different agreements were reached with the council chairmen but were all reneged. Shafas said the union has a lot of pending demands that the council chairman were yet to pay, saying the federal government's new minimum wage was paid to both teachers of junior secondary school, civil servants and other government agencies, but was not paid to the primary school teachers. He said next year's session in the FCT may likely not have junior secondary students, except only children from private schools, which he said may affect those who cannot afford private schools. Still in the FCT, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has attributed the stability in the country to the activities of the G5 governors in the country. Wike disclosed these during a meeting with concerned stakeholders of the People's Democratic Party at his official residence in Abuja. The report.
Present at the meeting were former governors of Benue State, Samuel Otom, former governor of Abia State, Okeze Ikpeazu, National Secretary of the PDP, Sam Ayawu, serving and former lawmakers of the party, and delegates from 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory, FCT. Addressing the stakeholders, Wike highlighted the stance of G5 governors during the 2023 elections, notably the governor's refusal to support the candidacy of former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, adding that the party wouldn't be where it was today if it had listened to them. Wike urged the stakeholders to show their belief in unity like the founding fathers of the party, rather than allowing selfish interest.
It is clear from the Constitution that only National Convention, properly and duly constituted, can remove Senator Samuel, the National Secretary, arising from his status as a member of the National Executive Committee of the party. We therefore demand that the acting National Chairman and National Secretary jointly issue a notice to INEC with an attached agenda for the National Executive Committee meeting of the party, being the only pathway to abide by extant laws. We, the stakeholders, reiterate our commitment to our great party and urge all members to uphold the rule of law, respect constitutional mandate, resist all machination aimed at stabilizing the party, and support the efforts of National Reconciliation Committee headed by Excellency Senator Bukola Saraki.
Also addressed the contention over the seat of the National Secretary of the party, noting that the governor of Taraba State tendered for the governorship of the state while he held the position of state chairman of the party.
The PDP eminent stakeholders are concerned with their resolve as follows. 1. That to finally arrest the inexorable drift towards extinction in our party, the party must, without further delay, respect the judgment of the Supreme Court. We therefore unequivocally affirm Senator Sam Ayawu as the duly elected and substantive National Secretary of our great party. In the spirit of fairness, inclusion, federal character principles, and respect for our party constitution, the party must make an unequivocal pronouncement zoning its presidential candidate to the south in the 2027 election.
Meanwhile, former governor of Benue State says no one has contributed to the party like Wike had, adding that the PDP had made a lot of mistakes. Habibat Ajayi, Trust TV News, Abuja.
The Rivers State chapter of the All Progressive Congress has warned suspended Governor Siminalayi Fubara that only sincere reconciliation efforts can prevent his impeachment. Speaking at a press conference in Abuja on Tuesday, the chairman of the APC Caretaker Committee, Tony Okocha, said that the suspended governor has yet to initiate any meaningful steps to reconcile with the duly elected lawmakers in the state. On March 18, President Bola Tinubu declared a state of emergency in Rivers State due to the ongoing political deadlock between FCT Minister Nyesom Wike and Governor Siminalayi Fubara. Okocha's warning was issued amid rumors that President Tinubu may use the June 12th anniversary to reinstate Governor Fubara. Now, after extended holiday breaks, some workers tend to prolong their time off, sometimes extending their break into the weekend. Meanwhile, parks, train stations and airport terminals become busy as many begin their return journeys ahead of official work resumption. On the other hand, a number of diligent individuals resume work promptly, fresh from the celebrations. Against these backdrop, Trust TV's Noel Samson went around Abuja to monitor the situation and find out if workers have resumed duties after the holidays. Take a look.
The federal government declared Friday, June 6th and Monday, June 9th, 2025 as public holidays to mark this year's Eid el-Kabir celebration, resulting in a further break, including the weekend. On Tuesday, June 10th, the first working day after the holidays, we took a walk through the streets of the FCT and visited key offices, including the FCTA and the Federal Secretariat, to assess the level of resumption. To our surprise, the usual hustle and bustle was missing, as many offices remained sparsely populated, suggesting that a significant number of workers have yet to return to their duties. This prompted us to speak with residents to understand the reasons behind this lackluster attitude towards resumption and what measures can be taken to curb it.
It's not an issue, just that the edges that people are coming from, like in Maraba, there is a serious hold up. Maraba Nyanya, people are still on hold up. That is why, if we go to other edges like Apo resettlement, there is a lot of hold up there. People are still on their way coming to town.
Salary has not been paid. One. And those who travel will ensure that what they went for is concluded before they come back. That has been the way of life of Nigerians.
People have traveled and they are hoping that the work will not be serious for the rest of this week. You know, those days in the northern part of Nigeria, the week with the Salah is usually public holiday, unofficial public holiday. And so maybe most northerners, especially I know, because I serve in the north, most northerners will not come to work till next week. Then again, transportation issues, logistics issues, you know, people travel, they're not able to come back. Or some came back yesterday night, they are tired tomorrow, but of course, surely it will be better than this tomorrow.
We also visited the Jabi Central Motor Park to determine if people were indeed returning to Abuja after the break. Surprisingly, the usual bustling park also appeared unusually calm. We spoke with the park officials and drivers about this year's post-holidays travel turnouts.
People have traveled to various states in the country, and now the Salah celebration have already completed, and which whereby even the Salah break, it is the northern part that people travel much. So which now every of our vehicles that travel to Kano, Sokoto, this northern side, you will see the number of passengers are even on ground to come back. It's not like the time that things are very difficult, when we are finding it difficult in terms of there is scarcity of fuel or whatever. Now the country, we the transporters, we are very happy because anywhere you travel, every state have fuel. It's only some places the difference of price.
They don't start from Sunday. That was the day yesterday. And I coming to Abuja now.
According to several FCT residents, the federal government should take the enforcement of post-holiday work resumption more seriously. Ensure timely resumption, they argued, is crucial for boosting national productivity and discipline in the workplace. Noel Samson, Trust TV News, Abuja.
And now to Oyo State, where the state government has confirmed that no lives were lost following the recent tremor and rock movement at Iyamokpo Hill in Igbeti, Olorusogo local government area. In a statement signed by the Commissioner for Information, Dotun Oyelade, on Tuesday, the government allayed fears over the incident, attributing the disruption to natural geological processes. He assured residents that there was no cause for alarm, stating clearly that no casualties have been recorded in the incident. To address the situation, the government has dispatched experts from the Oyo State Solid Mineral Development Agency, led by its Director General Biodun Oni, to carry out on-site evaluations. Additionally, the state is collaborating with the geologists from the University of Ibadan to analyze the geological activity and propose long-term solutions. As a precautionary measure, residents living near the affected area have been advised to temporarily evacuate pending the outcome of ongoing assessment and mitigation efforts. Now moving on to more stories. As the Salah holiday continues in some states, Nigerians are using the occasion to celebrate in diverse ways. In Kano, where Salah is more than just a holiday, residents are keeping the spirit alive, blending tradition and joy, even amid economic challenges. This year, more than ever, people are striving to strike a balance between work and celebration. The report.
Kano's parks are still buzzing with activity, filled with people from all walks of life, showing the city's vibrant Salah spirit. As the celebrations gather momentum, they show no signs of slowing down. Although official work resumes this Tuesday, the government-declared school break is only halfway through, giving children nearly a full week of continued holiday. Many residents are seizing the opportunity to unwind, connect with loved ones, and soak in the festive atmosphere. Each year I plan it this way. I take leave from work to coincide with Salah so I can spend quality time with my family. People are buying more souvenirs this year because the crowd is larger than last year. However, despite the festivities, some popular spots are witnessing a decline in foot traffic compared to previous years, largely due to the rising transportation costs and economic strain. The high cost of living has affected us just like everyone else. I take photographs, but many clients want discounts because of the current economic situation. They want to pay the last year's rates, but that is not possible. Still, business activity in Kano pushes on. Across the city, many continue to walk through the holiday, whether by providing essential services or running shops that would typically close during Salah.
To aida maka san more especially mu yan kasuwa duk lokacin da aka ce da kai lokacin sallah yayi maka dauki short.
Yes, it's the usual practice, especially for us shop owners, to take a short break during Salah. However, due to current situation, many people came out than before. For us, since the first day of Salah, we've been combining work with visiting loved ones. But after 3 days, we opened fully to face our business. Whether relaxing at the park or juggling duties with celebration, Nigerians are embracing the season in their own unique ways, each a testament to resilience and hope. Abdulaziz Ibrahim, Trust TV News, Kano.
Now, away from national matters, we move to business. The federal government's first quarter 2025 savings following the removal of petrol subsidies increased by more than 500% compared to previous periods, according to data released by the National Orientation Agency, NOA. The agency, in its newly released report titled 2 Years Later, Key Benefits of Subsidy Removal, noted that the subsidy removal has led to a significant increase in government revenue as the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, began transferring savings to the Federation Account Allocation Committee, FAC. The savings from the declaration that stopped the subsidy freed vast resources, boosting government revenue from 154 billion naira to 836 billion naira in Q1. As a result, states saw FAC allocations jump to 15.26 trillion naira in 2024, allowing salary payments and 1.85 trillion naira debt reduction. Foreign reserves also grew to $38.9 billion despite forex obligations. According to the report, the savings also funded major investments such as a 20 trillion naira infrastructure fund, now funds student loans of 54 billion naira, agriculture 1.5 trillion naira, solid minerals 1 trillion naira, and CNG transport conversion to lower cost, adding that capital expenditure now exceeds recurrent spending. Away from Nigeria, at least 17 Palestinians were killed and dozens more injured on Tuesday near a humanitarian and distribution site in central Gaza, according to local health authorities. The casualties reportedly occurred as large crowds of displaced residents gathered in the area to receive aid. The deaths were attributed to Israeli gunfire by Gaza's health officials. The Israeli military said its forces had fired warning shots at suspects who were advancing in the area of Wadi Gaza and posed a threat to the troops. It added that it was aware of reports that several were injured, but said numbers released by local health authorities did not align with the information it had collected. Medics confirmed that those injured were transported to Al-Wada Hospital in the Nusayrian refugee camp and Al-Quds Hospital in Gaza City. The Israeli military contested the reported casualty figures but acknowledged that several people were wounded during the incident. And now in sports. Ola Aina is expected to stay at Nottingham Forest for 2025-2026 season after the Tricky Trees activated the one-year extension in his contract. Aina, who has been linked with the likes of Manchester City and Liverpool following an impressive campaign for Forest. The Premier League club have now decided to keep him at the City ground for at least one more season. Forest is still hopeful the Nigerian international will sign a long-term contract that will see him remain at the club beyond this summer. The 28-year-old scored twice and registered 1 assist in 35 league appearances for the Tricky Trees last season. The fullback moved to Nottingham Forest on a free transfer in 2023 after leaving Syria, a club Torino. With that, we've come to the end of News Update on Trust TV. Do not forget to follow us across all our social media platforms and join our YouTube live stream for more news. I am Maimuna Bagudu. Thanks for watching and good evening.